All right. Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. They're kind of late here for the map update, but it is what it is. Here's my the main channel, Currency 365. Please hit the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel. I'm desperately trying to grow this thing, man. I mean, you got to think about it. I've done so many videos. By the way, this is incorrect. And the reason why is because I've deleted so many videos and over the last 2 years. So when you delete videos, they take off the views. I could go to my Google AdSense and it will show me the correct number. It's probably like 5 million or something like that. I don't know the exact number. But yes, hit the subscribe button, show the boy love, like you do on Eyes Open Media. We're growing Eyes Open Media as well. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers, so hit the subscribe button on Eyes Open Media as well. Yeah, I'm trying to get this thing up to 10,000, quick as possible, and then go from there. I'm trying to double this subscriber base, in the month of April. And I think if we get what we're looking for, which means a change in value, and that's definitely going to happen, right? If we get a change in value, and I do a breaking news about the new rate price, what's the new rate and how, and congratulations to everybody. We'll definitely double this because everybody will share it. It'll be a historic moment. It'll be a prophecy moment as well, as prophecy has come to pass with the Iraqi dinar as the Dow is still at above 20,000. So that would be awesome. But anyways, hit the subscribe button and let's begin this thing. And I'm gonna try to breeze through this so I can rest my voice and have it for tomorrow. Okay. Let's see here. So this is a map that another Jim Smith sent me, as you guys can see on Twitter. He says, here's a map from a couple of days ago, things further along than we have been told. Now, if you see this map, you're like, wait a minute, what's talking about? This is all ISIS territories, that's in the white. No, that's not what it is. What this map is showing is what has just been recently conquered. Or liberated, I should say. So basically they got the map. The map's all white, and they're just showing you the latest areas that have been conquered, liberated, however you want to call it. Okay, so these three. So if you come up to this map, so Jim says that it's further along, and he's right about that, because if you come up to the latest map today, which looks exactly like yesterday's map, okay, just a little bit difference up here and up here, right over here, that's a tad bit different. That's it. Okay, so if you come up here, you'll see that this area is liberated. This area is liberated, and this thing right here, this area right here is liberated. Okay, so let's go back to this map. See, there it is. So hold up, let me make sure that's right, because that's on the V. Okay, so this is the one. This is not the one. So this, I was correct. So this right here. So this one next to it, and then this one right here is liberated on this map. Okay, so it's not on the Nineveh Command Center map. Like we said, the Nineveh Command Center map's about a week behind. Maybe 2 weeks behind still, because they're saying that this is liberated, and they got Iraqi army men over top of it. So, and this is coming from an Arabic site, some type of Arabic site. So they got these areas, these three, but the Nineveh Command Center map says we don't have these three. So they're behind. They're behind. If you look at the map, they're behind about two weeks. Okay, they're still behind 2 weeks. Wow, that's crazy to be behind 2 weeks. Okay, so this is the map, and we're continuing to move. I mean, we're barely moving. Okay, so, but all indications in the public eye and what's coming out of our body and everybody else is that Mosul's about to end. So we're about to get Baghdadi, and we're about to storm. They're about to do some stormings into Old Mosul City, and and they have some surprises coming for Old Mosul City. But Tel Ahar is being delayed because of weather, heavy rain and things, which is bullcrap. But anyways, yeah. So this thing is they're talking about like this is about to be over. But when you look at this map, it's not moving. So interesting. Interesting that they got these areas right here, and look how close we are to this 80% mark. We just need this part right here, and this part up here, and that's it. And get this bridge. And once we get the last bridge, we got the 80%. Look at that. So right now, so according to this map, we're about 75%. We're moving on up. Only 25 to go. Okay, so we definitely can get 25% in April. Yeah, it is what it is. Let's continue to. Let's continue. Okay, so this is another map, and this is from April 3rd. So this was yesterday's map. As you can see, what is this map from? So I can. Okay, let me go up here. It says military situation in Mosul on April 3rd, Iraqi map update. So as you can see, Old Mosul City still under ISIS territory right here, and you can see this circle like that. And what I told you guys that what they want to do is they want to come all the way around and just circle it in and then crush it. But I don't know if that's going to happen. They had to let the citizens out, so the citizens were coming out. They said the citizens were being delayed a little bit by weather. Again, making more excuses. In war, we don't make excuses with the weather. We were in war. Okay, lives are on the lines. We don't care about anything else. We're in war. Bombs are going off. Weather should not be even a consideration. But either way, you see we got all this other stuff right here. A lot of this areas have barely nobody in them. Okay, so this area right here, I don't know why they added this, but if you really look at the map, it's really just this area right in here, and with the names on them. Okay, these areas right here have nobody in them, so they will quickly be green once we get Old Mosul City and Telehar back. Okay, like I said before, most of these areas are going to be green immediately. Okay, so let's move on from the map. And Kirkuk governor calls for the federal government to implement Article 140 of the Constitution immediately. Wow. So this was breaking news earlier, but I didn't. I chose to do the breaking news on Abadi with for chapter 7. He said that chapter 7 is going to be lifted within the next 2 months. Well, he first said chapter 7 is going to be lifted within the month, and then he said then he corrected himself because of course the month is April, right? So within April you're going to lift chapter 7. Oh, that means you're going to give us a new rate. So he quickly then said, within the next 2 months, So, but his first initial was within the next month, which is April, right? So. Because I think he actually made those statements like 3-4 days ago. So he was talking about the month of April. So we need to see a new rate. And a lot of you guys are talking about the 1,000 to 1 that's going to be implemented with the citizens pay. So that's coming quickly. It's supposed to be actually implemented this week, and then so the citizens are going to start getting paid 1,000 to 1, and then quickly after we should see a change in rate from 1,000 to 1 all the way up to 1 to 1. That's what they were supposed to do. That's what we've been saying for 2-3 years now, that they're going to go with 1,000 to 1 and then 1 to 1. Okay. Now, of course, lately they were talking about maybe we can go 1,200. 1,200 street rate, and then send it up to 120 to 1. But they told the citizens and stuff that they're going to start getting paid at 1,000 to 1 or something like that. So I don't know. So we'll see what they do, but most likely it's 1,000 to 1, and then 1 to 1. Now, will we see 1,000 to 1 on the CBI site? I don't think so. We don't know. Maybe not. It's 50-50. They could show us 1 to 1. I mean, they could show us 1,000 to 1 if they want to, but they would have, in my opinion, they would have done it in December 15th, like they were supposed to, or January 1. Well, they were supposed to do it January 15th. December 15th, excuse me. They were supposed to do it December 15th, and a lot came out, and that's when I was like, yo, here comes 1,000, here comes 1,000 to 1. You know what I mean? And that was on my birthday, right? So I was like, yeah, here we go, and Halak comes out and says, we decided we're not making a rate, we're not making a change, so and then of course this January comes and they have to again say that they cannot make a change because of Mosul has not been cleared, but they did make a change on the 4th, and then they took everything, and then they took everything off the CBI site because Alak was waiting for Mosul, and then once Mosul came, he was going to give us the new 1-to-1 rate. But we're still waiting on Mosul, and the body made it clear today that we're waiting on Mosul because there's people deliberately holding it back, holding the troops back. So I was glad the body said that today. I'm not sure if I have the article or not, but anyways. So yeah, Article 140, they want this thing implemented immediately for disputed areas and things of that nature. So yeah, I'll post the article for you guys to read. Okay, so I did say on the breaking news earlier that on the 365 channel that Brazani was. I thought Brazani met with Dunford and Kushner, Trump's son-in-law, and everybody else, and I swear he did. I was like, man, I know he did. I remember, I thought I saw it somewhere, and there it is. Okay, so they did meet, as you guys see. So, and they said that it went very well. Okay, so of course they're talking about independence, oil, and everything like that. And once again, the body says that we need to fix our problems without the international world, because when we go into this international community and return to the global stage, we're not gonna have we have to fix our own problems like everybody else. We can't have other people fixing our problems for us, or flying in to make sure they're babysitting us. They have to fix their own problems. Okay, so the Kirkuk problem is going to be one that we're going to watch them fix, hopefully on their own, even though we just saw Trump send people. Okay, so Iraq counterterrorism units, federal police units, and PMU planning something big for ISIS. Yeah, they are. That's a good picture. And here's just more of the meeting. Okay, so more of the meeting. What is this, candy? I don't know what that is. Hopefully they got something to eat, I know they got some meetings and stuff, but hopefully they were able to, bring some food over and get them something to eat, Abadi says our goal is to maintain a civilian Mosul despite attempts by blocking victories. There you go. So I didn't even know I had this article brought up, but this is huge because this is what we've been saying. We've been saying this for how long now, that there's corrupt people paying the leaders or the leading generals and forces, or the corrupt people themselves in the GOI are demanding the forces not to complete Mosul. And Abadi made it clear today. Now, another thing he should have done and was made it clear was that if I find out that you're blocking the Mosul liberation, I'm gonna fire you. That's what he should have said. Okay? The fact that he comes out and says that there's people blocking the way. There's people blocking. Here he says some people do it to block big victories. Now, if you're in the GOI and you're blocking the victories of your own troops, you are in treason. You are an enemy of the state, and you are practicing treason. So you should be locked up, and you should be in jail, or you should be hung. So like this is embarrassing. Like there's people in the GOI that are demanding these troops not to move. They should be hung. They should be removed from Iraq. They are enemies of the state. It's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. I gotta rest my voice, and I'm over here yelling. Because I've just never seen anything like this in my life. This is the most corrupt country I've ever seen in my life. Now, of course, America is even more corrupt than Iraq. But at least America is functionable. Lord have mercy. This country is not even functionable. Like America is at least functionable, even within the chaos, it's still functionable. This country's not even functionable, and they want to and they're about to raise the value and come back into the international stage. Wow, I mean, my goodness, they got people that don't even want their troops to get victory over Daesh. Wow, because they were funding Daesh, and Daesh was keeping them allowing them to steal while everybody was looking at Daesh. They kept stealing. Jeez, man, unbelievable. Um, Switching topics here. Worldwide earnings. WWE is launching on the April 7th. If you guys didn't know, okay, the link is in the description and also right here, and it will probably be underneath this video as well. Just want to make sure you guys know that. Okay, and I did say that to lift Chapter 7, we need to see a new rate and all restrictions removed. And that's basically how you lift Chapter 7, right? You go to Article 8 compliance as well. And they could do it at the same time. It could be at the same time. It doesn't have to be one after the other. It could be at the same day. It could be at the same day they lift Chapter 7, they raise the value, and then they announce Article 8. It could be all at the same day. And we already said that was probably what's gonna happen. It's probably that they're going to give us Mosul finally. Okay, they're gonna give us Baghdadi and Mosul, and they're gonna give us Chapter 7. They're gonna lift the value, give us Chapter 7 and Article 8. They could do it all in the same day with the National Reconciliation launching in Mosul. All on the same day. They could do it all in the same day or within 48 hours, 24 hours, 72 hours of each other. So all of this, it is what it is. Yeah. Oh man. Let's see here. What are you guys talking about? I'm a little perplexed about the 1,000 to 1. That's not going to be our exchange rate, right? Oh Lord, have mercy, Susan. Oh my goodness. If that was our Susan, just think because I know the gurus just have destroyed people's brain cells. Just think, if we think that 1,000 to 1 is going to be our exchange rate, do you think we'd be wasting our time with Iraq? Common sense is no. We wouldn't. We wouldn't be wasting our time with Iraq if we think we were getting 1,000 to 1. I mean, that's just common sense. Lord have mercy. But I know, but I know the gurus have destroyed common sense. They have. They've done a great job at it. Roger says, watch the CBI website on the Arabic side. A rate change is imminent. And I asked them, where are you guys getting this stuff from? Because we've been watching the CBI site every day for 12 years. I mean, this thing started what, 2004? 13 years we've been watching the CBI site. Well, we just turned 2017, so whatever. 13 years we've been watching the Arabic side, man. Ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new, brother. 13 years been watching it. We love April because that's when they usually do it, but they usually make rate changes in April, and they're telling us that within the next 60 days they're going to be out of Chapter 7. That tells us that something drastic has to happen. That means they're either going to raise their value, remove the restrictions, and give us Mosul and the national reconciliation, because that's what the United Nations want for them to lift Chapter 7. Okay. But Abadi's telling us that we might have to push back the payment to the Kuwait. No, you're not. And if I'm Kuwait, I deny that because as soon as you lift that value and you remove them restrictions, you're gonna have a whole ton of money as the world pours in to reconstruct that country. So no, you ain't doing that. You gonna pay us in revalued money like we agreed upon. Okay, so let's check out the currency so I can get out of here and stop talking. My voice is now killing me. Okay, Ethereum. I told you guys the chart was a sell, but we're buying into the sell. Okay, we're buying, and I want to see 30. I want to see 35 or to 38 on this thing. I want to see it come down to about, and I'm buying, even though I know I'm losing money. I'm buying for the future, right? Because, well, the near term, not the future. Well, the future is near term. So I'm buying for the future. I'm buying because the elites have bought this coin up like crazy, and they might be taking a little bit of profit here as well. That's fine. But it doesn't look like they are, because this thing is barely coming down, right? It went from 50, 53, 54 to 43, so it's not bad. And it should come down to about 35, 38 is what I'm seeing. What I want to see. I want to see 35 to 38 on Ethereum and hold there, and then start start a buy signal from there. Okay, so that's probably when a lot of you guys are going to be buying. I know OJ said he's sitting there at 38, he wants to get in at 38. So we're all waiting I'm just buying. I'm just buying and buying because the elites have bought and bought and bought. And on the there's supposed to be a conference. They're going to do an Ethereum conference on the 14th, but I don't know. I'm not sure if that got delayed or not, and that's why the price is dropping as well. Because I think I'm gonna have to talk to crypto, not Mike, because that's cryptocurrency investing. That's CCI. I'm talking about crypto. I'm gonna have to check him out, or send him a message to see the next if the Ethereum conference is still on the 14th, because the price did drop, because I think they delayed the big announcements of the elites that are going to be joining Ethereum. So that could be the reason why it's dropping. But there's talking about it could be a possibility of Elon Musk, or somebody, or other big names that have joined Ethereum. And once they announce those names, this thing is going to skyrocket. And then they're going to push it, as the Webbot report says. They're going to push it. They're going to, and interesting, the Webbot report said that Ethereum won't rise until into the late April. So they just pushed I think they pushed back the conference, or the announcement of the big names. So that matches the Webbot report, because if this thing is going to actually explode, it's going to be later on in April. So they said Ripple coin and Ethereum will start exploding late April. So we'll see what happens. And then of course into the summer, Ethereum will be called the next Bitcoin, because it's going to be around maybe $200, $300, $400, $500, and they're going to be calling it the next Bitcoin. And then as soon as they do that, the elites are going to sell like crazy and crash the thing back down to its reality, which is probably back around 80, 90, somewhere around there. Maybe Ethereum might get to 350 and then come down to 98, like I saw in my dream. Maybe that was Ethereum and not Bitcoin Unlimited. But it did match Bitcoin Unlimited, because they were selling Bitcoin Unlimited futures at 350 the day after I had a dream of 350, and then dropping to 98 for Bitcoin Unlimited. So anyways, but Ethereum can get to 350 definitely this year. By the summertime, it could be around 300 to 500, as they call it the next Bitcoin. So people are going to be jumping in like crazy, and the elites bought in low, and the elites are going to let it rise, and then they're going to crash it. Okay? And there's going to be a lot of bag holders, a lot of coin holders. Bag holders are stocks. Coin holders are for crypto. So don't be a coin holder. Make sure you're in low, and then once this thing runs to 2, 3, 4, 500, you're converting your coins over to Bitcoin, or you're cutting if you got Coinbase, you're converting it over to US dollars and getting out. Okay, and then from there, you take your profits and you do whatever you want with them. You can max out some type of program, maybe MPA, MPCA, or the ads team, or WWE, or something else. You can max out a program with your earnings, or you can put it in gold and silver and just wait for that rise. Okay, so it is what it is. Talk to you guys later. Oh yeah, let me look at the Bitcoin prices here real quick, and also Ethereum on the real charts on Coinbase, 44.11, 11.48. Okay, so that's it. Talk to you guys later. Eyes open. I didn't want to go this long, but I'm done for the day, and I'm gonna shut my mouth and rest my voice for the rest of the night and into tomorrow. Peace out. God bless. Eyes open.